This game is rated M for mature.
Hey y'all, it's CasualBarehn, and today I wanted to show y'all my Barbarian that I have on Diablo3. Um, his build is nothing that I looked up for on the internet, just something that I put together myself. And I had a friend who told me that when it comes to gems in your pants, ironically, there's 2 gems in the pants. That's okay. So when it comes to those gems in the pants, one of them is going to be your strength or whatever primary stat your character uses: strength, intelligence, dexterity, whatever it is. So the barbarian is strength, and also you put one for resistance. So that's what I did here, and then in here I put all 3 strength. I got an enforcer gem socketed into my amulet, and the reason for that, oh, and I like my weapon. I think it's the only ancient item I have right now. Oh no, wait. Okay, I have a whopping 2 whole ancient weapons. And I'm about to backhand my Templar, y'all. Well, then again, he does help, so I'm gonna let it slide this time. But if you open up your mouth again, I'm taking away your sword. Okay, where was I? So while my Templar distracted me, I completely forgot to tell y'all about this, and don't worry, I'll go back to the regular video in just a moment. The Enforcer gem is because I use my Barbarian's Call of the Ancients. My Barbarian is kind of like a summoner hybrid in a way. These are my main source of damage. They are my main source of damage. Now let me show you what's in my cube. Don't worry, it's nothing disturbing. Just 3 magical objects. 3 legendary powers. There's my Azurath, and that, it might seem like it's not that great right now, but for a Barbarian, I don't think that there's really anything else I'd rather use. At least not yet. At least not ever. Not unless there's a weapon that makes my ancient stronger, and the only one that does that, as far as I know, is the Immortal King weapon. Which I have one in my chest, but it's not stronger than the one I have right now, so I'm just saving it. So the Azurath, because that gives you an aura that damages demons and undead that are near you. You gotta be within 25 yards, and they'll take damage constantly. It's like they're bleeding out. Oh yeah, the knife. That's a nice thing to have. And of course, make me immune to those laser beam craps. Okay, back to the regular video. Oh yeah, my build. So there's my build. Now the reason why I went with I like that reference to the Hulk. The reason why I went for Berserker Rage is because I'm also using Unforgiving, and on top of that, where's my Ancients? I'm using the skill rune Ancient's Fury, and when we're in combat, the Fury doesn't go down. I mean, I could just lay into things, you know. Now, I don't have anything boosted up my Fury. I don't need to worry about that. But as long as I'm at 95 or higher Fury, I get an extra 20% damage. Now let's go and what are we going to do today? Kill Zoltan Cool? No, we don't need any Kool-Aid today. But that's where the bonus is. Well, I'm not going to worry about the bonus. I just want to test drive the Barbarian. West March. You know my favorite map? Yeah, West March. So here we are, and we're going to activate our shouts. Poor human. He doesn't have Nephilim power like my Barbarian does. Speaking of Nephilim power, how in the world can my follower be immune to these things? I'm thinking my follower is more Nephilim than he realizes, than anyone playing the game realizes, because if you think of the concept that these regular people that aren't having their Nephilim activated powers going on, are being possessed by these things. And on top of that, he's pulling his weight while he's with me. Well, kind of. I mean, I'm like bounds ahead of him, but I'm also like freaking. I don't know how to better explain that. I'm top notch, top of the line. There's nothing above the Nephilim, pretty much, and that's why everything's afraid of them. Even the Lord of Terror was afraid of the Nephilim. Yep. Made fear no fear. I made fear run in terror. Okay, there we go. Made terror run in fear. Because he's the Lord of Terror. Anyway, going off point, the follower has to have some of his Nephilim power active, because if he was just a regular human like these guys here, he'd been toast by now. Even with me by his side, he would have been toasted, because I'm right here with this guy. I get over here, and there's nothing saving him. He just right up his butt becomes an undead thing, and that's the end of his story. See what I mean? I'm right here, right there, and splat. Captain Stokely's. I thought I said Captain Stokely's. I'm like, is that a reference to his hobby, or is that a reference to how he died? I'm sorry, Captain Stokely, but you might be stoked about. You're not going to be stoked about this, because I'm going to call you Captain Stokely now, because of my whole mistake, and you got a nickname now.
Killed us all. I panicked and failed my men. Now they are soulless husks. Only my spirit was able to resist the call of Malthael. Please put them to rest and end my shame.
Well, my barbarian's kind of a summoner, but as a barbarian you can also whoop ass on your own too. I mean, not that the witch doctor can't whoop ass on his own, but the barbarian literally whoops ass.
The reaper that killed my men is outside in the courtyard. Please slay it for all of us.
Mm-hmm. You know, Malthael was a bonehead. If I beat the living piss out of the prime evil, what made him think that he stood a chance? I don't think he thought that one through.
Thank you. Nothing can bring back my men, but revenge dulls the pain.
You're welcome, Captain Stokely. I'm glad that I could have helped. I'm glad that I did help. Not could have, because I did. You know what I keep forgetting is that there's homes. Okay, I've only found 2 of them. That arrow is confusing the shit out of me. I mean, it shouldn't do that, but I'm distracted because normally I follow the arrow, you know? But not today. Not today. Today I want to find the, what is it called? Oh, there's a place. I just like this map, that's all. But yeah, like some of these things that don't get totally revealed is the fact that the follower, despite being just a regular guy supposedly, doesn't get mashed up like these other folks who they just, you know, get possessed. He doesn't. He must have some activated Nephilim power, because if he didn't, he'd just be like them. He'd get slammed dunked and torn apart, and I'd be forced to kill him. Just mowing the lawn.
That is holy. Do you see that enemy over there?
this Templar guy. You know what's funny is sometimes I'll open a chest with like just a few gold in it. And he has the nerve to go and say, "What riches?" And I don't know if he's just crazy or if that's a Templar actually having a sense of humor, because normally he portrays himself as being one of those solid prude kind of folks where he doesn't really have that big of a sense of humor, but then on the inside he's got something in there, because every once in a while you'll hear when they're talking in town, the scoundrel pokes jabs at him for certain things that aren't part of his order's agenda, like his crush on Irina.
Need more time.
What oh, it's recharging. I was using the wrong skill. Probably wondering why I'm rambling about all these other things instead of talking about my build, but it's kind of simple, you know. It's really simple. The items, I just went for certain things are going to have strength and vitality, armor resistance. Certain things are going to be full out offensive, where it's just my gloves, for example. See, it's strength, attack speed, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and that's all out offensive. You got your strength, speed, and your critical stuff. It's offensive, and that's my gloves. And I think that's the only thing that I've really organized, and that's something you want to do when you're building a character, which I only did for one piece, that I should do for the rest of my stuff, is you want to set a certain goal for each item slot, what it's going to do. If it's going to be offensive, defensive, what is its purpose going to be? And then look for items that are going to fit that goal, and make sure that the full thing brings together all your damage and all that, and makes your character worthwhile in Torment level 10. Because if you can't go all the way through,
The Rift Guardian is here.
it really comes down to just having fun. But some people, they only have fun when they're in Torment 10 for whatever reason. I have fun just what I'm doing right now. Sometimes you'll see something really silly like I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I was with a friend and we were playing, and that was the first time I got, what was it, jib or something like that, where this thing jumped off of a ledge, and immediately as it jumped off, I smacked it with my pole arm and it just died in midair. And that was funny. Alright, well, I hope y'all liked the video, and I'll see y'all next time. Not a day, make it great. See ya.